In 2011, you can buy a Bitcoin for $1. If you have just spent $100 back then, you have over $8 billion today. This video isn't about making you feel bad about missing it. It's about making sure you understand what is still coming. In this video, we're going deep where Bitcoin came from, where it stands today, and most importantly, what's the future actually look like. Let's break it down. It's 2008. The global financial system is melting down. Lehman Brothers just collapsed. Banks are getting bailed out with taxpayers' money. Ordinary people are left holding the bag. Then out of nowhere, a mysterious person using the name Satoshi Nakamoto publishes a 9 pages white paper. The title, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. The idea was simple but revolutionary. What if money did not need bucks? What if two people anywhere in the world could send value instantly? No middleman, no fees, no government control. That's Bitcoin, a decentralized digital currency running on a blockchain. A public ledger that records every transaction ever and can never be altered. There will be only 21 million Bitcoins written into the code. Not a government, not even the creator can change that. Compared to the US dollars, where the Fed printed over $5 trillion in just 2 years during pandemic, your dollars lose value. Bitcoin by design becomes scarcer over time. That's the pitch. And for a lot of people, it's incredibly compelling. In 2010, a programmer named Lanzo Hanez made the first real-world Bitcoin purchase in the history. He paid for 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. At today's price, those pizzas cost about $700 million. That's a true story. From there, Bitcoin went through cycles that would give anyone a heart attack. In 2013, it hit $1,000 for the first time, then crashed 80%. 2017, it exploded to nearly $20,000, then crashed to up to 84%, and 2021 all-time high at $69,000, then crashed back to $16,000 in 2022. And in October 2025, it is smashed a brand new all-time high at around $126,198. Every single time its opportunity to buy Bitcoin, it came back is stronger. But there's what different about the last 2 cycles. It's not just retail investors and tech nerds anymore. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, launched a Bitcoin ETF that pulled in billions in its first week. MicroStrategy has bet its entire corporate identity on Bitcoin. El Salvador made Bitcoin legal tender, and the US Senate is debating holding Bitcoin as a national strategic reserve. That the game has changed. Okay, let's talk about right now. As of March 2026, Bitcoin is trading around $78,000, and it's off its peak. The birds are loud. Social media is full of people saying it's over. But here's the context that matters. After every single previous all-time high, Bitcoin pulled back 40% to 50%. That's not a crash. That's just what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin market cap sits about around $1.7 trillion today, making one of the most valuable assets on Earth. More than most of the world's biggest companies. And here's what the smart money doing right now. They are buying. Institutional accumulation is quietly continuing as retail panic sell. That's historically what happened right before the next major move up. Short-term or certain long-term story is still very much intact. Let me the bull case for Bitcoin, real numbers, real analysts, not just hype. Reason 1, the halving cycle. Every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoin created is capped in half. This is called the halving, and it's happening for 4 times. And every single times within 12 to 18 months, Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. The next halving in 2028 will be tighten supply even further. Less supply, same demand, basic economics. Reason 2, the ETF wave. The US approved spot Bitcoin ETF in January 2024 that opened the floodgates the pension funds, hedge funds, and retirement accounts. Analysts say ETF buying will be the primary price driver for the next cycle. Reason 3. What are the experts are saying? CoinShares forecast Bitcoin between $120,000 and $170,000 for 2026. Standard Chartered has a $150,000 target, and some analysts are calling for $175,000 before year end. The bull case is real, the fundamentals are strong, but let's be honest. There are another side to this story. I'm not here to just hype Bitcoin. You deserve the full picture. The risk 1, volatility is brutal. Bitcoin regularly drops 50% to 80% in bear market. In 2022, it fell from $69,000 all the way to $16,000. If you cannot stomach watching your investment cut it up, this probably isn't for you. Risk 2, regulation. Governments are still figuring out how to handle crypto. A major crackdown, tax restriction, or exchange ban could send prices down fast. Risk 3, competition. Bitcoin is the king, but Ethereum and Solana are building real working technology. If another network becomes more useful or adapted, Bitcoin dominance could shrink. Risk 4, still speculative. Any long-term forecast should be treated as speculative, not predictive. Bitcoin is a high-risk, high-variance asset, not a capital preservation vehicle. Anyone who tells you Bitcoin is a guaranteed win is lying to you. Let's zoom out, not 2026. Let's talk about the next decade. There are 3 possible futures for Bitcoin. Scenario 1 becomes a digital gold, not replacing the dollar, but becoming the world's most trusted store of value. Easier to store, easier to transfer, impossible to confiscate. Institution holds it, countries holds it, people hedge inflation with it. In this world, Bitcoin stabilized between $300,000 and $1 million per coin. Scenario 2, Bitcoin become a global currency. Lightning Network enables instant net-free transaction worldwide. People in countries with broken currencies started using Bitcoin daily. Billions with a smartphone but no bank accounts finally have access to money. Scenario 3, Bitcoin fades. Maybe government regulate it out of mainstream use. Maybe a technical flaw is discovered. Maybe quantum computing breaks the encryption. Unlikely but intellectually honest to put it on the table. Most serious analysts land between scenario 1 and 2. Bitcoin has already won the narrative battle. When BlackRock is selling it, when senators are debating reserve asset, it's not going anyway. That's only the question is how it gets. This is the question everyone actually want answered. I will be straight with you. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice. You need to make your own decision based your own situation. But here's how I think about it. If you are young, even a small 1 to 5% portfolio allocation in Bitcoin has history outperformed almost everything over a 4 years time horizon. If you are close to retirement, Bitcoin's volatility might be too much. If you do decide to invest, only decide what you are willing to lose completely. Not what you hope to lose, but what you're okay losing. The strategy most experts recommend is DCA or dollar cost averaging. Buy a fixed amount every week or month, no matter the price is. Let's remove emotion. You buy more when it's cheap, less when it's expensive. Over time, it's smooth out of the chaos. Bitcoin was born from a financial crisis. It survived crashes, bonds, scams, and years of being called worthless. And here is it. A $1 trillion asset, the biggest financial institution cannot ignore it. Going to $1 million? Maybe. Going to zero? Very unlikely at this point. Going to be wide ride? Absolutely. So what do you think? Is Bitcoin the future of money or the biggest bubble history? Drop your take in the comment and I read every single one. If this video helped you, smash the like button, subscribe if you not already subscribed yet, and share it with the person who needs to see this. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.